The Wave Podcast.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're recording. We're live with the boy Yocho. It's your boy Chaim.
Waves Podcast.
How's it going? Hope everybody's good. It's a beautiful night out here.
Hey, Shmi. It's a beautiful day out here.
It's a beautiful night out here. The moon is full as fuck right now. It's cool. It's beautiful. It's cool. It's nice. All of the above. It's spliffy. Whatever words you want to use, man.
That's wonderful. I'm out here. I'm in my backyard. We got trees. We got bees. We got bumblebees. We got
Bumblebees.
everything, man.
I'm
Got
on my
bumblebees.
porch,
We got honeybees.
sitting on this chair. You know what I'm saying? You probably can't see
It's
me
a
because
vibe, dude.
if you're looking at the video, probably on YouTube or whatever, it looks like I'm in some meadow with flowers and just like mountains in the background. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Eh,
You know what? The thing I love about Zoom is, you can't be there, but you can pretend to be there.
yeah.
It's great. You can make whatever background you want. It can be ridiculous. It can be beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I joined some people's classes, and I saw some kids. They were just like in the middle of like, so one kid, to be funny, he made it look like he had a picture of the classroom as the background, because we really like in reality we would have class in that classroom. So like, just to be funny, he did that. Well, anyways, so what's up? How everybody
Not
doing?
much, man. Not much. We're just trying to enjoy quarantine.
Anyway, I'd
Trying to
say we make this episode almost like maybe an introduction to what this is gonna be about. It's gonna be about a lot of things, you know.
Oh yeah, that's the different stuff. About philosophy, about nature,
About
about life,
life for sure, about peace of mind,
business.
success,
That's right.
arts, you know,
Yeah.
writing, you know. Basically, the path trying to go down. I'll go first, I guess, on this one is to be an artist, a visual artist, photographer, to build a brand through that, you know what I'm saying, and evolve myself as much as possible in my field that I'm trying to go for. You know, what about you? What are you trying to do?
Man, I love to write. Love to write. I love to get my word
Yeah.
out. Love to get my message.
It's all about doing what you love at the end of the day.
Get your thoughts down on paper. That's the vibe.
Hell
That's the
yeah.
vibe.
You got thoughts up here in your head.
Trying to help.
Don't want to. You put it
people.
on paper. You know, if they're good, if you think they're important, you put that shit on paper. So you go a
Get
long
it
way.
down.
You go a
Get it
long
down.
way with that. Trust me.
That's right. Keep some notes.
Keep
That's
a
it.
notebook. Just write things down, every here and there. You know, see something cool on YouTube that you watch interest you, write it down on a paper.
That's right. That's right.
You heard
And
a
if you're a
quote.
lady, you could even get a diary.
You're scrolling through Instagram, you see a cool quote, like, wow, that's interesting, that's deep. Write it
That's
down.
right.
Maybe write an extra paragraph
Save it.
about it. Write what you think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Write it down. Save it. Work
Mhm.
on it. Keep it. That's it.
That's it.
That's the vibe. All right.
It's all about the
busy.
vibes. If you know me, you know my brand. It's called I Live with Vibes on Instagram. You can find me. Probably gonna make Facebook and LinkedIn and stuff real soon.
That's good. It's a
It's
good
all,
plug. Very
you got
subtle plug.
you gotta live with vibes though. Like honestly, no matter where you are in life, just enjoy what you at. Just enjoy, like it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a vibe. We're talking. You're with your friends. That's a vibe. You're with your loved one. That's a
Yeah.
vibe.
That's it.
That's why I call it live with vibes. You know?
Even quarantine can be a positive vibe,
Oh
man.
hell yeah! Like
Even
it's
locked up.
it could be a tough vibe. 100%. There's no doubt about it.
But even a tough vibe can be a good vibe
But
in the long term.
there's something to learn from everything. Everything.
That's right.
Every
That's
moment.
right. That's right.
You could still grow. Life shouldn't stop just because there's a virus in the world. Take it upon yourself to be responsible and get up. Whatever. You don't have to get up early. Honestly, there's no reason to right now. But still, don't go to sleep early if you're waking up late.
Nah.
Be productive. Like for me, it's 11 p.m. right now. I'm talking to America. I'm in Israel. You gotta stay up late. But like these times, like you're stuck at home. If you've been thinking about doing a project that you could have started, that was the best time to start that project because you're not doing anything else.
Oh,
There was a book you wanted to read, write it, read it now.
anything you want to do, you got to
If you were
look
thinking
at it
about
positive. There's an opportunity to do whatever you need to do. No one's
Exactly.
gonna bother you, except maybe the landlord if you're a little bit behind on your rent. I know some people are.
Yeah, I know people that are having that problem right now.
Yeah,
That's rough.
it's a big difficulty.
Yeah,
It's a big difficulty.
that's definitely. I feel for those people, man.
Yeah.
If I had the money, I would help people out, but I'm pretty broke.
Yeah. It's a tragedy, but this is one of the few times in history you can do your part by
Yeah, I mean,
being a lazy jackass.
I
Sit
think
at home, do nothing.
it's an amazing time to learn something new. Pick something up. You can learn. Yeah, the past month, you probably have another 2 months.
Pick up a
Honestly,
trade.
you can learn a trade. You can learn a language. And you spend a couple hours a day learning a language. You can learn that language probably in a couple months. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm even thinking about doing that. You can learn how to read a new language or, you know, anything. There's so many things. Be creative. I mean, everyone has goals or something in their head that they want to do. Everyone has something up there that they kind of want to do. Turn that kind of want to into a reality. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Watch some YouTube. Take a course. Pay for a course. Don't pay for a course.
I've been
Do what you
taking
gotta
a course. Like I've been taking success courses. These days, I've been taking some extra business courses. Like I have a lot of time. Like since I can't really work, I can't do anything like that. I just been fueling my brain, and that stuff has a long effect. At the end of the day, it's all about brain. It's all about the brain. It's all about the mind.
keeping it active. It's like a
Uh-huh.
muscle. You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta exercise it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why
like
old people are always doing crossword puzzles,
Mhm.
man. You
keeps their brain
gotta
going.
do something, or else it just
Yeah.
turns to mush.
Mm-hmm. Become fried.
Read a book. Oh yeah, it's real easy to become fried.
I mean,
watching TV all day instead of
yeah.
reading a book.
I mean, also you want to build on your knowledge every day. It's a long term thing. Every day you want to go to sleep. With a little more wisdom in your head, a little more knowledge in your head every day. I think that's something that should be a daily thing. Is that you go to sleep a little smarter, a little wiser, a little better in this area. More experience every day. But if you're just watching Netflix all day and on Snapchat, that's not a lot of experience. That's not a mindful experience. That shit just fries your brain up. Listen to a podcast.
Passive.
Listen to a podcast about
That's true.
something that you're interested in. I listen to a lot of
Or
podcasts.
make a podcast yourself.
Make
You
a
can make a
podcast
podcast.
yourself. Yeah,
That's it.
that's
That's
beautiful.
it. You
Beautiful.
gotta do something. Channel that energy, man. Don't
Honestly.
just let it. Don't just mope. Don't mope. The worst thing you can do is get caught up in everything that's going around.
And the worst thing to do
Let
is
it bring you down.
make excuses. Like honestly, for those of you who are missing school, like I don't feel the best about school. I think it's corrupt in a lot of ways. I think it has its value, of course. But like now's a time that you can spend time learning something outside of school. If you're in high school, that you're interested in, whether it be a new art, whether it be music,
That's right.
I mean,
That's
creativity is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
If you think you have it in you, you gotta chase it. It's all about the chase.
And all this positive stuff, people are realizing like
Mhm.
Now they have to follow that advice or else they'll go crazy. Like you're not gonna come out okay. You're not gonna come out of this okay if you don't take the steps that you need to take. And
Yeah,
that's reducing your anxiety and reducing, your loneliness to the best that you can. Or
but
else it'll really get to you. It'll wreck you,
yeah,
People can
this
come out of this with PTSD and
for sure, for
depression and
sure.
all kinds of terrible stuff.
For
But
anxiety, I mean,
there's ways
even
out, and
I'm not
you gotta
gonna,
take those ways.
for sure. I mean, you're stuck inside. Like my mind has been feeling it every day. Like, my mind likes to
Yeah.
go places. I take a couple walks. I run every day. I try to run every day. I go out, take pictures or something. Like, even there's a lot you can do inside, but you still got to get outside a little bit. Even you're restricted, but you go outside within your restriction. Sit on your porch. You gotta get that sun. Your mind needs that outside energy for sure, without a doubt. You don't want to get depressed during these times. You don't want to get anxious during these times. Like it's not a way, and you have control of your mind. So like you can control your levels of anxiety. You can control, your lifestyle and how you feel. My action. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. And some people, they do have that opportunity. Not everyone does. And if
Hmm.
you do have that opportunity, like if you can go outside, you got to take full advantage because
Yeah.
there are people out there that can't. Like in the Philippines, if you violate the lockdown, they shoot you in the head,
Yeah. I mean, there's
right?
also places in South America like that where
Yeah,
where
that are
gangs
run
are
by gangs. Yeah,
basically controlling the place. Like if you leave, or fucking shoot you. Like that's crazy. Like
yeah. You
if
got
you're
to be
not,
thankful for the rest
yeah,
you enjoy,
like
man.
I'm blessed that I'm not there. Like if you're not, if you think your situation's bad, there is probably places in the world where it's a lot worse. So be
Yeah,
grateful. Like
yeah,
hopefully you're
definitely.
safe. That's what it's about. Like thank God I'm safe and family's safe, and that's what matters. Right now, it's not about having fun necessarily. It's about really safety comes first. You know, uh, even what we're talking about
Yeah,
before, how you should take it as an opportunity, but at the same time, safety still comes first
yeah.
over all that for sure, without a doubt. Mark my words.
It's also, I think it ties in very closely. I think it ties in very closely to appreciation because a lot
Yeah,
more people are appreciating their families
I
because of the
hope
time they're
so.
spending with them. That yeah, they
Yeah,
should be. They should be.
yeah,
You know,
but also
because
a lot of
now that
people,
you're
like with the holidays coming, a lot of people that live away from their family, they can't go visit them. You know, so at the same time, it's hard for people because they can't visit their family because a lot of people live away from their family because let's say they're 20 in their 20s or whatever, and for them they're gonna be alone these holidays
yeah,
season.
all those college kids,
Yeah,
that are out, and then you go from these are normal people, like regular
yeah,
people,
yeah. I
but then
mean,
you also have to think about all the homeless people, right?
yeah. How
You
supposed to
know,
deal with that?
it's crazy. It's a few different ways. Some people go to shelters. If the shelters are full, they just
Yeah,
do what everybody else
the
does.
shelters don't sound
Right.
so safe right now. It's one person in the shelter catches it. One in the shelter
Well, a
has
lot
it.
of jails too.
Yeah, I saw that.
You
A
know,
lot of
a lot jails and prisons. The same things are
yeah.
happening.
Pretty sure
People are getting let
prisoners
out early.
pretty sure prisoners have already died also from this.
Yeah, around the world, people are doing different things. Some places,
Um,
I think the prisoners are,
what I think
might just
is so
break it down.
crazy, is how America's scaled up so quickly to the highest number of cases in the whole country. Like that is to me is mind boggling. Like
In the world. Yeah,
because from in the beginning, like you hear me out. Like they were saying like that. Oh, we're not gonna take action. We don't think it's ever gonna hit us. They went from that you know level of thinking to having the most cases in the world, the whole
right,
world. Now that's
right.
crazy. It's a mind.
And
That's a mind.
there's a lot of lessons to take from that. Like, even if you you should get into it. You should discuss, like, you should talk about, you should
Yeah.
be concerned with, like, who did what wrong and what needed to happen and didn't happen. But you should also consider, like,
Hmm.
a lot of it was out of people's control. A lot of it was based on false information coming from China.
Hmm. I
It's all a
mean,
big mess. But
they say they're gonna have a round two in China. Like someone was telling me that. I don't know. I'll look into it. I don't know.
I've also heard, I saw an article about how it could come back in the fall and hit
Yeah,
again, in a second wave.
but like
So we don't know.
if it goes away by fall, it might not go away completely by fall. It might still be a little around, and it's gonna take a
Oh yeah.
while for things to go back to normal, man. Like they say they're not even gonna test like cures and vaccines on humans until June. That's like
Yeah, it's
it's
very
wild.
intense, and we're dealing with, 10,000 people are dead, and it's getting higher every
It's
day.
more than 10,000. It's 10,000 just in
Oh, in the United
just
States,
in
right?
Italy.
Right.
It's 10,000. I look up the cases of the world.
Oh,
I don't know,
that's like past 50 by now. It's
past
crazy.
50,000. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's very intense, but you got to remember, it's all in God's hands.
Yeah,
Like,
all in God's hand. You don't know what's up. Like
right.
it's weird thing, but like God has His way of doing things. We can't understand everything, and you gotta realize that we're only human. But like, we gotta take our measures. Hopefully come out of this okay. You know,
That's right.
worldwide it says confirmed cases is 1,324,907. That's the confirmed cases. Recovered
Confirmed.
confirmed
That's all they know.
cases
Right.
confirmed. There's more
Hmm.
than that. First of all,
Right. Way
that have
more.
not been confirmed. And then recovered is 275,832. So that means like over a million of those people still have it. And then deaths is 73,703 worldwide.
Ooh. Yeah.
And
See, it gets higher every day.
here,
Every day.
the top four countries is United States at 351,000 confirmed cases. And then you got Spain at 135,000. You got Italy at 132,000 cases. And I mean, Italy with no, Spain has the most. That's wow, 40,000. Then you got Italy at 22,
Yeah.
Germany at 25,000 deaths, United States at 18,000 deaths. Wow. These numbers are high. These are mind-boggling. Like my mind barely fathom these numbers, man.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's unlike anything, man.
unlike
Unlike
anything.
anything. Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy. A lot of people are handling this in the worst way
yeah.
possible, man. People are like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on every level. You got
People are pushy and selfish in a lot of ways, and this is not a time to be that way. This is a time to be mindful about everyone. Yo, you in? You in?
suffer
I
from
think we lost Yo
paralysis.
Tom there for a
What
second.
has? Yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
Also, can you hear the
Hello.
background noise at all?
Yeah, I can hear the background noise a little bit.
Whatever.
In my back. You see me?
Yeah, I see
You hear me? You
you.
see me? All right.
Sorry
All
for
right.
that little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna cut it out because it's like a couple of seconds, not a big deal. All right, anyways, um,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, we're really living history right now. Like, there's no doubt about it. But
People got to remember. Yeah, it's also scary with this
you know,
depression we're about to hit.
yeah, I mean, we could hit a serious depression, and the economy is so bad right now, and the stock
Yeah.
market's gone shitless. Down to it's down. The stock market has never been this low in since what was the time period?
The 1927 or 29 was the
Yeah,
stock market crash.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That
And
is
it's
Well, I mean, I don't know a lot about stocks, so I might learn about stocks through this time just to see maybe it's a good time to invest. I don't know.
Well, it's also, it's not just the stock market; it's unemployment.
Yeah, the unemployment rate
It's all these people following for unemployment. It's
and
crazy.
businesses shutting down. It's really tough for a lot of people financially. I mean, intellectually, it's affecting everyone, and financially, honestly, most people really are, if they still have a job, they might not have the same hours, even like those, but many people are unemployed.
It's true.
A lot of people that paid it paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing during this time? Like,
Not everybody can Zoom call home. You know,
yeah,
not all those small business owners and everyone like that. That's
yeah,
going bankrupt.
hmm
AMC movie theaters.
yeah.
Going bankrupt,
Yeah, I
out
mean,
of
movie
business.
theaters are probably
Everybody's
gonna
taking
die
hit.
after this. I mean, I feel like the world is gonna be different after. I think in general, I wouldn't be
Oh,
so
no doubt,
like,
no doubt.
because people are
Yeah,
also like getting used to the online thing. Some people don't mind it. Some people like working from home. So
yeah,
like, I wouldn't be surprised if things come out of this. If there's more home stuff, which in general, the world is already in that direction where
yeah.
a lot of people make six-figure incomes from home. It's very common. A lot of now
Huge
it's
other point.
and now
Big
it
point. We're
what
realizing what we can live without.
yeah
We're realizing what's essential. That's a big
uh-huh
word that's getting heard a lot. Essential.
yeah
What do you really need? You don't
yeah
know
like
until it's a global
like I haven't
crisis.
during this whole epidemic. I decided like I'm not gonna spend any of my money like that I have right now. Just saving. I mean, I bought one course and that's about it. That was like less than $100. Um, because like I realized like it's a good time to also just learn about minimalism. You know,
Saving, save,
learn
save.
save. Like you always gotta save in life for
Yeah,
sure. Save to invest. If you think about if you're thinking about investing in your future, you gotta save. For your future.
that's right.
You know,
That's right.
you and I are on,
Dangerous times.
you and I are only 18. We got a whole future ahead of us. You know,
That's right.
with
Full disclosure. Even with the
God's help.
beard.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
we're all gonna get through this, okay? I think, for the most part, of course,
Oh,
people will die. It's something that's gonna happen.
yeah. It's
And the
pointless.
economy is, it's taking its hit. And I don't know how it's gonna come back. It's weird, like for the economy to shut down and then come back. Like, what is that? What's gonna be with that? Like, it's just gonna come back. That's not gonna happen
S-
overnight. Obviously,
So it
it's gonna
takes a
be
while. People gotta start working again. That's how it works.
businesses
People,
gotta open up again. Like,
you know what I think.
it's-
You know what I think is a good idea.
the entertainment businesses got to open up again. Entertainment was basically shut down in a lot of ways. People can't do
Now,
shows. People can't do any of that.
I think the way to get the economy back on its feet when this is all over, right? Back during the stock market crash and the Great Depression, we had World War II. Everyone was working. Everyone went to work in the factories, building planes and guns and warships
Hmm.
and all kinds of stuff. Billions and billions of
Yeah,
dollars.
but now
It brought the United States out of the Great Depression and turned us into a superpower.
right,
So what's the new industry that we need to get us back on our feet?
drugs.
Drugs. Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly.
Trump is smart. When this is all over, he's going to legalize marijuana,
Well, I was talking
billions and
more about
billions of dollars.
vaccine. I was talking more about vaccines. Like, I think
Oh, yeah, we were on
when
different
when
pages.
when scientists maybe come out with the vaccine and stuff, and the professionals come out with the vaccine, they're gonna need to produce that worldwide. People work. They can probably provide people with jobs. From delivery to warehouse to manufacturer jobs, like factory jobs, like or whatever. Machines do a lot of the work, but you're still gonna need people. You're still gonna need manpower.
Oh, see, that's a good idea. And that's good thinking. I think it would help a lot,
Yeah.
but I don't think it would do. If you look at like Colorado's economy
Hmm.
or Michigan's
Well,
economy,
Colorado has an amazing economy overall.
yeah.
I don't know how it's doing right now, but
Michigan, which Michigan was doing really bad in a lot of ways. You know, Detroit wasn't really doing too well, and then they had this new industry come in. It's helped a lot of people. You know, it's
uh,
a billion-dollar industry, huge
which industry? You talking
industry.
about marijuana?
Yup, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, right now the cops aren't also chasing people for weed or anything like that. I mean, it's also decriminalized in most places, but the focus on the police on the hospitals is all coronavirus. There's no focus on anything
That's right.
else.
That's right.
So
It's what else are you gonna do?
honestly, for
What else are you gonna do?
all those drug dealers out there, it's probably a good time for them. These people are at home at the crib. Honestly,
Yeah, but
to
I
be
mean,
frank.
you know, can be negative too. Like having a need. It's very negative having to need an escape like that. If you just need a like that's all you're gonna do, really. Like
Yeah.
it's sad.
hmm
It's sad. You know.
I mean, I don't blame people. For wanting to just want to hit, like, you just want to hit a bong. Life's not so easy right now. But
No, I got you. But like
it's,
every
it's not
hour,
gonna
every
it's not
day.
gonna solve your problems. I'll tell you that much.
No, of
But
course.
I have nothing wrong with people wanting to get high. But
And
do
you
it.
know,
What's his name? It was this famous philosopher who said, "If you're gonna smoke weed wisely." That's the end of it. At the end of the day, it's all what it's all about. Whatever you do it wisely. Whatever
anything,
you do it wisely.
anything.
Anything can be, anything that's good can become bad. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Yeah, you use a hammer to build a house, or you
You
can,
know.
can pop somebody over the head with it. Right.
So
It's how you
chicken,
use it.
like eggs, are an amazing food. You have too much of it, it won't be healthy.
Too much of anything,
You
man.
eat too much chicken. It's an amazing food. You'll be unhealthy. You get fat. Everything
That's right.
is, anything good can get out of hand. It's all about knowing how to
That's right. Even
balance yourself and about self awareness and what's good for you. It's about knowing
that's
yourself.
right. Of course.
You know.
Even heroin. There's even such thing as too much heroin. Believe it or not.
Well, all
That's
heroin is
crazy.
is too much heroin.
All heroin is too much heroin.
I
That's right.
wouldn't. Oh yeah, I
That's
wouldn't.
right.
I wouldn't go near
No, we
that
do not.
shit.
We do not condone the use
I
of
was actually listening to like this guy named Dr. Lieberman. He's like a psychiatrist. I was watching an interview with Patrick Ben David, who's like an entrepreneur, and Dr. Lieberman, who's a psychiatrist. He's talking about like dopamine and how, like, and heroin is basically heroin and cocaine basically are the two drugs that give you like the most dopamine in your brain, and that's why they're so addictive and they're so potent. You know, it's crazy. I would definitely recommend go learn about your mind. Honestly, like, this is a great time to do that. Your mind is so crazy. Go learn some science and psychology about it. You will be shocked about what you come out with and what you reach. Just watch 1 hour video, maybe a TED talk on YouTube about the human brain, and you'll be mind blown. Every video I watch about the
Yeah.
human brain is mind blowing.
Everything about it and how little. Once you learn how little we understand,
hmm
like compare what we know, and then they'll say,
And how much
"But
chemicals
we
are in your
still don't know
brain?
that
Like,
much."
your
Yeah,
brain is made of all these chemicals. Like, wow.
yeah, and
Like,
each part controls something else.
it,
You know, you think, you laugh, and this part lights
yeah.
up, and you smile, and this part lights up, and you're
You know,
hungry, and this part.
I think most of the
It's
time you do things you don't even think about it. Your brain just does that for you. You don't even think. Like, you don't think to walk, but your mind's working in your head. Your mind is it's your mind is picking up your leg when you walk and whatever. Your mind controls that, but you don't even think of it, and it happens.
no, no thought, no thought.
So, like, that's something.
Automatic. It's
If
crazy.
you're a little bored and you're a little curious, go learn about the human mind, man. Like, you'll come out shocked. Just
Yeah.
go learn about the human mind. Like, at the end of the day, that's one of the most beautiful things you can study is science, philosophy. Those two things will keep you
It
busy.
is beautiful.
if you're interested in science, if you're
You
interested in
gotta think
philosophy,
about.
you will be busy all day thinking and trying to understand shit because there is so much to understand
That's
about
right.
science
That's right. We
and
gotta be
human
so
life.
thankful that
Also, be
it
thankful
doesn't
that
take anything for us to like.
I've been thinking like
Yep.
be thankful that you're human. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
we
you could
get
have been a dog.
yeah, you could have been a
Could have been a
dog.
squirrel.
Being human, it is just, people don't realize it, but like overall, it's a low chance. The universe is huge. Chances of being human is not that high. When you
Out of all the things you could
when
have
you look
been,
at,
you
I
could
mean,
have been a little piece of sand.
there's no real
Yeah.
statistics about the chance of becoming a human. You know, it's more just theories and shit. But like, see theories of like it's 1 in a trillion. It could be even more than that. But like, think about
You
that
know,
for, you know, be thankful that you're human.
you don't even need to think about all the other things in the universe. All the only You don't need to go further than you were the fastest cell. You're the
True.
fastest sperm cell. Like that alone will get you. Forget the rest of the universe. Like, you were the fastest one. You made it
Hmm.
out of all the other cells.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
and
It's
as
insane. The chances
you
of
know,
that are incredibly low. Yeah.
and also to just talk about more like positivity. Like, think about this for a second. Like, the sun's still rising every day. Just even though there's a
That's
virus
right.
in the world, the sun is still coming up every morning, and new days are cycling every single day. And that's time that's on your watch. And it's not time to be wasted. It's time of your life. It is time that you are living. You know, you don't know how long you're gonna live. You cannot control that, but you can control what you do right now. 100%. You control how
It's
you
your
think.
time.
You know.
That's right.
So
With the time you have,
remember, every
it's a
time you see the
gift.
sun rising in the morning,
Yeah.
it's a new opportunity.
It's a beautiful, beautiful gift you're given
Doesn't matter
to
what's going on
humanity.
around you. You got your brain. You got sun rising above you. You can go out and do something new or whatever. I'll say it over and over again. Everyone's got their own creative. Everyone's got their own mind and curiosities. You know,
That's right. Everybody's got something to give, something to add,
yeah.
to the conversation, to
There's
the
always something.
dialogue,
There's
to
always
whatever's going
something
on.
to learn, something to explore. Something to
Something to contribute.
you know, hmm
Yeah,
love. And,
that's it.
you know, hopefully you're blessed to have people that love you. Go give them a call. You know,
Yeah. Call your friend you haven't talked to in a while.
he,
Ring them up, see how they're doing, check on them.
hmm
If you got someone
everyone's
in your life
going.
that's
Realize everyone's going through something right now. You're not alone,
yeah,
and the world's not all about you either. It's about everybody. It's about all of us. Everyone's
that's
going
right.
through something. So
That's
call
right.
someone up. You probably make their day because they're probably going through something. It's not easy time for
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
No doubt about
And
it.
no one's telling you to suck it up.
Hmm.
People are just saying this is what you gotta do not feel that way. And you gotta take that to heart and you gotta listen.
At the same
Because
time, you do
people
gotta,
know
you do
what's
gotta,
up.
you do gotta suck it up. Whatever. Try to you gotta be as positive as possible. Like, it's your life.
Yeah.
You can make the most of your life if you choose to.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what
That's it.
epidemic is in the world. What the people around you are doing. Like, most people right now are probably spending hours a day watching Netflix. But you don't have to be that person. You can be someone who decides, you know what, I'm not a big reader. I'm gonna start reading one page of a book a day,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna watch a YouTube video about something that I'm interested in. That's all you need to spark
Yeah.
more knowledge and wisdom and creativity in your mind. That's all. It's all about a little start in the wave. You know what I'm saying? A little tide adds up to bigger
Yeah.
waves
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bigger
Yeah.
tides. You saw that come.
That's it. A little ripple can, a little ripple can cause a tsunami, baby.
there's a
Just gotta
reason.
keep it moving.
There's a reason why
Gotta
we
keep
calling
it
this.
moving.
There's a reason why we call this podcast the way. There's a lot of meaning behind that.
That's right.
There's a lot of
That's
meaning
right.
behind it, without a doubt. And there's gonna be a lot of episodes where we talk about how you can think about waves and tides, and how you can tie it as philosophy to your life. There's a lot of things about it, without a doubt.
Yeah. It's a massive ocean. It's a raging wave, but you can ride it.
Yeah, and you can steer it.
You can get on it.
You can steer that shit. Enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Ride
it.
the
Ride the
wave.
wave. Ride the wave, baby.
Yeah.
Ride the wave.
This is like a wave right now that we just all gotta ride, and try to enjoy every day as much as possible. Still with the realization of reality where we're at.
That's right.
But still,
Stay afloat.
yeah, you gotta keep your head
Don't
held
get
high.
sucked under
Gotta
by
keep.
that wave.
Yeah,
That's right.
the wave can swallow
The wave
you
is
up.
powerful.
The wave is
That's right.
very, very powerful. But remember, your mind is more powerful than the wave. Not the
It's
physical.
not alive.
Not the physical wave, but the philosophical wave. If you're in the ocean, your mind's.
Esoteric.
If you're in the middle of the
right.
ocean and there's a huge wave, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do in that situation.
I'm not on top of that wave. Like, what is
Yep.
life? What is the meaning of life? Nah. This is a
Everyone
wave,
has everyone has different perceptions and different things that bring their meaning. But you just gotta find what brings meaning to you in your life.
That's right. That's right. Go that extra mile. Do those extra crunches. Do the extra push-ups.
Yeah,
Do that extra lap around the house or the apartment or wherever you are.
exactly.
Jumping jack.
It's a good time to get in shape, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
there's the aspect of binge eating. I know people are probably struggling with that. But I think if you
It's tough for
exercise,
a lot of people.
if you do exercise and it'll get your mind off. I realize when I exercise, I don't want to eat as much necessarily. I want to eat healthier. Like I want to eat more, but I want to eat healthier. Like when I just went for a jog, I'm not out there eating donuts. Like I'm out there like whipping up a salad and some chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Protein, baby, eggs. Some eggs on there.
Yeah, I mean, exercising is, it's our gift. People look at it as, oh, it sucks to exercise, man. Like every time I exercise, it feels so good. Doesn't matter how good of shape you are. When you exercise, you'll feel good.
Yeah.
And
it's not.
If you overwork yourself,
it's
you
not
might feel
about
like
being the most.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's practical. It's very practical for everybody at every level. You got to do something. You got to get the blood flowing and moving
in the
through
mind.
you.
You don't gotta run marathons, but like if you don't do any exercise right now, you can take a walk, and you already start feeling better. I've convinced many people to just take walks during their day, and they told me I feel amazing. Just took a walk in the morning, 20 minutes. No cell phone, just me, my head, my feet walking.
You want to go that extra mile? That's right. You want to go that extra mile. Be
alone in your head. Also, like something amazing. You realize you have
another point.
Yeah, you'll probably realize you have more in your head than you thought you had. You just let your mind be free.
That's for everything.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you hear that dog?
Well, I mean, we live with so many distractions. So easy to get distracted nowadays. We got TVs all around us. We got phones all around us. We got tablets all around us. We got iWatches all around us. We got laptops all around us.
We got the media, especially now. It's so easy.
We got AirPods.
All we hear is coronavirus. We're worried about the coronavirus. We're worried. We're checking the news all the time. Yeah. It's great. There's a lot going on in your head, and you should address it. You should address it.
Well, of course, it's something to worry about, but also let your mind be free from that worry. Go take a walk and let your mind think about something else. That beautiful tree. Whatever it is. A new project you're thinking about.
It's good.
You thinking about asking someone out, you know, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
Thinking about
You
reading.
let off some steam. You
Yeah.
let off some steam with the walk, and
Uh-huh.
while you're by yourself, you're taking in the scenery and can contemplate.
Yeah. I
It's
take a lot of
very,
walk. I
very,
take
very
walks like
positive thing.
every day probably. So
Oh yeah.
so much benefits just taking a walk. Like I walk and then I run later. But like I'll walk just for meditation, honestly.
That's it. Anytime there's a dispute or a big argument in the house, they say take a walk. Say go
Huh?
take a walk. Walk it off.
It's a healthy way
That's
to
it.
deal.
It's not the solution now.
Yeah, but
Right, right, right.
it's
It's
a
it's
healthy way
good.
to deal with it with things. You know.
Oh, of course,
There's not
of
always
course.
solutions to problems, but there's healthy ways to deal with them. That's
Right,
100%.
right,
I don't have the power to heal coronavirus. But I can deal with myself. Keep myself healthy, control that
right.
aspect.
Make
I
sure
can
I'm not stressed.
yeah, I can't control the world. I can't cure the virus, but I can heal my own stress. I can heal my own my lifestyle. Like make sure you're productive or whatever it is.
And positively affect other people.
Yeah.
All those
You know.
old people that are alone right now and can't leave because the virus can take their lives. With
Yeah.
that, very
I mean,
quickly.
it affects
Don't
young
get.
people too. It's not just old people.
Of course, right. We want to clarify on here. We want to make sure everyone is at risk. We know with what we know now, but
Yeah. Before we
those
thought it
in
was like okay, it
particular,
only hits old people, but we realized
the
like
most.
there's
Right,
been
right, right.
there's young
Made us
people.
very cocky.
Yeah, there's young people that have died from it too.
That's right.
I mean,
Very important to
we're
clarify.
at
Right.
what we're at over a million
Um,
cases. That's a lot of people, man. That is a lot of people.
it's true. It's a lot. You know,
But it's a sign.
it's
You,
more
you
people than
gotta
you've ever
you
met.
gotta you gotta not
Right.
complain about the laws. You gotta stay safe. You know. You probably have Wi-Fi at home, so like can't be that
That's it.
bad. The Wi-Fi is pretty bad right now, though, because everywhere. Well,
You're, you're
so if the Wi-Fi don't work, read a book for fuck's
probably
sake.
living in the United States.
Nobody be reading books no more.
Read a book. Do
I mean, not that I read
do
a lot, but not that I read a lot, but
some push-ups.
it's
Atlas
something.
Shrugged.
Reading's a weakness for me. It's something I'm working on. And this is a good time for me to work on it. It's something I've been working on because reading has always been a weakness my entire life. But I don't give up in that because I know the value of reading and the value of knowledge.
It's so important, and
Goes a
even
long
reading
way.
alone.
Reading has saved
Reading,
people,
right? Reading
people out
alone
of.
as an active.
Yeah, I mean, reading brings people out of the hood. Reading brings people out of poverty and prosperity. There's so many values of it. Brings people more happiness, and you read. There's so many things to read about. Anything you want to read about, there's a book out there that you can read. I'm not into novels, so I read about philosophy or mindsets. Those are things I'm very much into. I read a lot about success and stories of successful people. It's something I'm interested in. I'm not interested in novels. The fuck I care about some fantasy as, whatever. But some people are into that, and if you're into that, read it. Get, so everything. A lot of things come down to
Different ones have different value, but
comes down to self-awareness. Everything.
also what you take out of it. What you take out of a success book is going to be a lot more direct than the messages you take out of a novel. You
Right.
can't deny those messages are there.
For
But
sure.
you're right. It's different things for different people. Some people want to get straight to that source.
Some people,
Some people
are
just
more.
want to enjoy the story.
Yeah. Some people want to
That's it.
enjoy
It's a
like
distinction.
a huge ride of something and then come out with a couple lessons.
Yeah.
Some people are more. They want to get straight to the point.
That's right. But no matter what you're doing, if you're reading, then it's an active, activity.
Your mind's
Something
working.
that stimulates your brain. Right. Not if you're watching TV. It's just happening to you. Right.
You're just absorbing. You're just absorbing and consuming. You don't want to just be a consumer. You don't want to consume.
If you read, you take something away.
Yep.
right.
You know, if you're not into books, read articles. When I first started getting into reading, it was articles. You know, I'd read an article here and there, and then eventually, you know, I started reading books. You know, because there's definitely value in reading books. You know,
There's an,
I mean,
there's an article out there for everybody. Know what's the best in science. Know what's happening in the world. Know what's happening with the stock market. Just being informed.
news.
Very important.
Gotta be informed.
News. Right. Yeah.
It's important
Gotta
to be
know what's
informed.
happening.
Yeah.
I don't think it's I don't think it's
Some
always the most important.
yeah. Some people don't like to
Way,
be informed though. Some people like
you
to
know,
hide from being informed.
take our breaks. Right.
Uh huh.
There's a saying, ignorance is bliss. If you don't know about something bad, then you're
You
not
be
going to feel sad
peaceful.
about it. That's,
Some super
right.
happy people out
And,
there don't know shit about what's
it's
going on
important
around
to
them.
take,
They're happy, but like I mean, sure, but like there's different types of people in the world. You want to be informed and a little anxious, but in control of your thoughts, or do you want to be completely ignorant to everything in the world and you live in your own world? You probably be a very happy person, but you won't be informed about what's going on, which could kill you also
right. I think,
because there's
not,
time. Yeah, I mean, there's cities out there that have super high cases of coronavirus because they don't listen to the news and they don't follow the news and they don't follow the government. So, you know, those people are having higher cases of coronavirus because they're ignorant to what's going on.
yeah, it's an interesting conversation, man,
And
about,
happening in Israel
people,
in the very, very religious neighborhoods.
right,
That's what's going on here.
right. That's a big issue. It's
Yeah.
happening in Louisiana and churches where
Oh,
they know
really?
better, actually. So I think it's a
Yeah.
lot worse because they know better and they're
Hmm.
still holding their services and keeping people at risk. And being faithful, connected to God is important, but
Being
there's a
alive
there's a
is more
point.
important.
That's right. God wants you to be, alive. You know, Human life takes precedence over the Torah,
Yeah.
right? You can break the Torah to save a life.
Yeah. I mean, the Bible says, I mean, if it's a sakana, you can break the law.
That's right.
If it's a danger of your life, you can break what the Bible tells you to do. You can break the Sabbath. You can
Right.
eat tray for whatever you keep. You are allowed to break it to save your life. It's 100%. You can break that.
Well, it's a guideline for living your life, just like most religion is. It's a guideline for how to live your life and be,
Yeah.
you know, the best person you can be. And if you're dead, you
And
obviously
every
can't be
every
that person.
aspect, even tells you what to do if it even tells you how to break what the guidelines tells you. In the case of that, if it's gonna endanger your life, you do what you gotta do. To save your life. If you gotta break codes of the Bible, then you break the codes of the Bible. I mean, you gotta save your life. Your life comes first.
That's right. That's right. And it should be like that everywhere. Common sense. But some people, from every religion, you'll find people who think they're doing the right thing, but
Mm.
really are not, and are hurting people in that process.
I mean, it's a weird topic in a lot of ways. Faith has its problems in a lot of nations. You know, a lot of religious people. In
That's right.
general, there's. I mean, every world nation has its problems. Every nation has its problems.
Oh yeah, of course. But some of those are tied into religion, right? Like we've
For
had
sure.
civil wars, people being oppressed, any bad thing you can name.
Oh, for
Not
sure. I
only
mean,
because of religion, but
the amount of
the
hate
cause.
in the world that's been driven by religion in history. I mean, you and I know those numbers are high. I mean,
That's right.
a lot of aspects of World War II were driven based off of religion. You know,
The Crusades,
per se.
most of history.
I mean,
Crusades,
especially
Inquisition.
in Jewish history, Christian history, Muslim history. I mean, there's so much hate. Overall, I mean, I think it's terrible.
That's right. There's a lot of love too,
So there's a
but
lot of
not
hate.
enough.
There's a lot of
Not
hate
enough.
driven by religion. It's crazy thing to think about. Like religious people are supposed to be, about peace and love
That's right.
and like God is above us and we're only in control. We're only human. But yet there's so much hate driven out of people that are religious in a lot of areas. It's not all, 100%. It's not all, but there are
Of
areas and
course.
aspects for sure. You know,
But we're seeing some beautiful stuff too. Like a message I keep seeing from, you know, a problem that I sometimes find, with very religious people is that they're only concerned about people in the religion. But now something that I've seen with
hmm
very religious people is, you know, very positive because they're saying that the whole world is united
yeah,
and
the
together
whole world
we
is
can
united.
be. Yeah,
You know,
yeah, and it's a beautiful thing.
like anyone that believes in monotheism or monotheism should understand that we are all one, society of humanity under one, you know, under one entity, basically.
Even the guys with
It's not just
a
about your
million different,
nation, you know.
even the polytheists, bro, even the guys with a
Yeah,
million gods
the
or no god,
everyone can love the cows. You know what I'm saying? Everyone
everybody, bro.
can, the
I don't
sheep love
know what you're
everybody.
saying.
The sheep love everybody. What you talking about?
Oh, okay, I see. I see.
the
Ren
shrooms,
gets everybody where.
the shrooms
Who?
love everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's true. The thing is,
Oh shit.
not everybody loves the shrooms, huh?
Oh, that's definitely true. When you look at the drug war,
It's bad. It's bad. It changes your mind, so it's gotta be bad, right?
it puts positive thoughts in your mind. Oh my god, oh, that's terrible.
Connected to nature.
Oh my
Oh,
god, it helps your perception. Oh my god, that shit should
oh,
be illegal. God
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
connects you to your soul and your higher self, gives you higher levels of consciousness. Oh my god, nah,
Oh, you
you
heard
should
me?
get arrested for eating that. You know,
Wait.
you should get arrested for eating that
Sniper,
stir
you in
fry.
pain?
My
You in
pain?
pain,
Why would I be?
bro? Are you in pain? Yeah,
Why
you're
would I
in
be?
pain. I'm just asking.
Nah, I feel good. I feel good.
Okay, good. Because if you are, then we're gonna load you up with the same stuff that makes heroin. Like, you know
What?
how we get heroin? Opioids.
Not
Opium.
opioids from
All the same.
poppy seeds.
Heroin comes
You could
from
actually make
poppy
like if
seeds.
you have enough poppy seeds,
It's all the same.
you can make heroin.
It's all
So
the same. Pain medication comes from the same place where we get heroin, dude. That's it.
yeah, a lot of medications like that's why people that get addicted to painkillers a lot of times it leads them to doing like people that get addicted to perks, that stuff leads them to like doing heroin. Like man, yeah, like all these
Right.
things like like painkillers, doctors will give them to people like it's nothing, like whatever. Go knock yourself out. But when it comes to marijuana, no, like this is a safe this is a safe drug. You won't get addicted to it. It won't lead you to opioids, but you can't take it, even though it's gonna help your pain, could help your anxiety. But oh no, you cannot take it.
No
You
way.
go to prison for
No way.
that.
No. No. Go to jail. Go to jail. Go to
I mean, I
jail
know
for
this is a political
no man.
discussion, but I think it's a discussion that everyone should be aware about, and everyone should be aware of most people don't realize like medicine is something that everyone should have access to. Things that are medicine shouldn't be illegal. You know, people shouldn't be in prison for selling people medicine. Oh, well, they probably should if they're doing it legally, but because like perks are medicine and people sell it. Are you with me? I don't know what happened to your Tom. I lost him again. So it's just me. What's good? Hopefully he'll come back. Hold up. We on Zoom, you know what I'm saying? So the Wi-Fi is not good. The whole world streaming Netflix. So hopefully this will go back. All right, now it's just me. All right. We'll be back in 1 minute when I get this technical difficulties sorted. All right, peace. Be back in a few.
Do you copy?
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Like the Wi-Fi went down. Hold up. I think you there? You hear me? You live?
I can hear you just fine. I can hear
Okay,
you
I
just
don't see
fine.
you right now, but yeah.
Oh well,
Anyways,
I'm here. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, very sorry about those technical difficulties. The podcast is a new entity. You know,
yeah.
we're doing the best, and doing pretty good. But
You see,
compliments to Chaim.
even though the Wi-Fi's bad, we live in weird times. But fuck excuses, we still can make shit happen. Even if it's not the best quality, whatever, you can still make something happen. Start something new.
That's right.
Doesn't have to be you don't have to be the top in the world. You know, just gotta be you.
That's right. Now, where did we cut off? Because we were on a very interesting
Wait, we're
path.
talking about we're talking about we're talking about drugs and the drug war, basically overall.
Oh yeah,
The
very interesting.
corruptness of medicine, and I
Big
mean,
pharma.
pharmaceutical companies also have so much corruptness. At the end of the day, these are businessmen and that are money hungry, that are controlling the drug companies. So like, these people are money hungry. Which and then there's the government's corruptness of not having marijuana legal in most places, and things like things like hallucinogenics, and that things that heal people, and these are all healing drugs, and but yet they're all illegal. Medicines
That's right.
medicine should be
That's
legal.
right. That's right. Back in the 50s and the early 60s, there was a lot of progress being made with psychedelics and
Yeah, I
their
mean,
effects on mental health. Like MDMA can be used to
yeah.
treat PTSD, and it's
I
been
mean, the
proven.
world's going in a good direction with it. I mean,
That's right.
currently, they
Right.
decriminalized psychedelics. Well, not all. I just think it was just silicon and mushrooms. I mean,
Psilocybin.
psilocybin mushrooms, which probably is a lot safer than acid for sure. I mean, LSD should probably be illegal, but mushrooms should not be legal for sure. I mean, it should be controlled. Every medicine. Most of medicines aren't over the counter. You can't just buy most medicines anywhere. You got to be prescribed with it, and that's how it should be with psychedelics. It should be something that
That's right.
you go to a center
That's right.
for, and you have something that guides you through it. It's not a party drug.
No, I
You
don't think it.
people do it at parties, but it's not a party drug. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think it should be the same way that it is in Amsterdam, where you can just buy
Right.
psychedelic truffles at the store. Right? I think it's you can just go to the store and buy some truffles.
Amsterdam is cool
We
though. I
at
would not
least
mind going there.
yeah. Well, they've got the whole weed thing going on too, but
I
it's
mean,
psychedelics are
you could argue
it's
that
very
weed
powerful.
also should be a prescription drug and not a. I wouldn't disagree with that. Not that I'm saying I would want that to happen, but
I would
I mean,
absolutely disagree with that because alcohol
right.
is recreational, right? You got to look at that
Well,
recreationally.
alcohol should be illegal. Every aspect of alcohol should be illegal.
Should be illegal.
I don't know about illegal, but it's such a dangerous drug.
Oh,
It's one of the most dangerous drugs out there. Yo, what just happened to you?
horrible. Destroys you, makes you violent.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, there's
That's
nothing
good.
wrong with enjoying a shot of whiskey, with your friends, and having a glass of wine, or a beer. But you know, alcohol is definitely like, but obviously, like, back to too much of anything is bad, obviously, but too much of alcohol is a lot worse than too much weed or too much
That point,
shrooms,
right?
probably in
Too
some
much
ways.
acid, right? Yeah. So I think, yeah, psychedelics should be, they should be controlled. They should be like you should have it in a safe
Yeah,
environment. It
it
should
should.
be maybe even like restricted to these different centers or places where you could
Yeah,
take it. I
I
wouldn't
think
be opposed to that.
centers is a great way, because then you could have, I don't know, you can call it healers in a way that, people. I see it in other countries, like where they do that. where they have like healers. You go to the center, they take you to like the beach or like the or some open field, and they take you through the process to make sure you process everything in, and and so it's not just like you do it and you go crazy. It's like you do it and it heals you. You know,
That's right.
'cause
That's right. Come out with a
you can
positive
go crazy
experience.
on these things. There's
Of
no
course, people
denying.
jump off bridges, people
Yeah.
kill each other.
I think
People
centers.
people
I think
go
centers, in
crazy.
my opinion, would be a great way to have
Yeah,
it. It would help
definitely,
people too. Like
definitely.
people help people with depression, anxiety, PTSD. Like, I mean, there's more. I mean, I'm not an expert in any way of this, but you know, there's probably other things that can
MDMA has helped people
help
with
people with their consciousness
PTSD.
and
Yeah,
awareness. A lot of things that can help you with. I mean, it's some what's I think what really makes it so like weird and scary to people is it's something that it heals your mind. It doesn't heal like your body. It doesn't heal like a lot of drugs help like they heal physical aspects of your life. Things with
well, also,
psychedelics, it heals mental aspects. So people get very frightened by that. Like it's such a scary thing to look at because we know so little about the human mind. So like
I think I think the biggest fear that comes with that is actually not being in control.
mm,
And the feeling
well,
that you
for
don't
sure.
have a handle on the situation that's happening to you,
Yeah,
right?
but that's why having a center would be wise of it. Well, I think the fact that we're
Right, of
scared to have
course.
centers because we don't know enough about a drug that is made, you know, as a medicine for the mind. It's a medicine for the mind. That's what's crazy about it. It's not a medicine for cancer. It's not a medicine to heal pain necessarily. It's mental pain for sure, but not physical pain. It's not in any way of to heal physical aspects and physical anything. It's a medicine for the brain, for the mind. Like it's a very weird thing. And we don't know a lot about it.
Right. We would have if because the drug war wasn't just to people selling drugs; it was to people doing research on drugs. Right.
Uh-huh.
It set us back. It was like the Dark Ages, right, or the Inquisition, or all these other terrible events that happened in history would
I
set
mean,
us
yeah,
back in terms of scientific progress,
for sure.
right?
I
And the
mean,
drug war was just another one of those,
hmm.
right? Taking us back.
Taking us back even further. I mean, we have evidence of, ancient cultures and religions, doing these stuff, things like ayahuasca and psychedelic shrooms, DMT, like the
Yeah.
toad, these things. These are things that have been in humanity for centuries and thousands of years. Like,
Yeah. We always
it's
see
it's
we
very
see
tied
everything
to human involvement. There's no doubt about that.
evolution, right?
Evolution,
It's not the it's not the way that any of these cultures ended up, fading away. It was always something else, but they all used them and they were
hmm
fine until
and they would use it to benefit their life.
yeah.
It wasn't then like they would just use it to. I mean, the Indians probably use it to dance naked, whatever, whatnot. But like they still used it as like a very positive aspect of life, and
Right.
spirituality and I don't know. Like there's cult. I mean, it's also used in a lot of bad ways, like cults and stuff would use it for bad things.
Yeah. Also, we have evidence of bad drugs being used for bad things. Like when the British wanted to trade with China, they wanted,
Mm-hmm.
China's tea. So China was like, no, this is our tea. So the British literally got the Chinese people hooked on opium.
On
Like they started bringing
opium
them on
tea,
opium. No, not
opium
on
tea,
opium tea. Just straight up
just straight
opium.
opium. Like, how do they do that? What the fuck?
The British brought in crates of it and they just gave it to the people and they weakened the country and they started an actual drug crisis as far
Really?
back as the 1800s. You got to look that up, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'll look it up. You send me a link or something.
I will, man. It's insane. They were like, okay, this drug makes you lazy and unproductive and out of it, and it's very addictive. So we're gonna feed it to your country because you're not doing what we want you to do, and you're not giving us our tea or your tea. You know?
So they got a bunch of people hooked on opioids.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yep. That's right.
it's pretty fucked up.
To the point where it kind of became like a popular thing. It was like a part of the culture, and it wasn't positive. It's bad. It's opium.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a good thing.
Opioids is not a great substance overall.
It heals your pain, but it's
It's,
addictive.
it's very addictive, you know. What's crazy is like I've told people like because I mean people use psychedelics to heal addiction, and I've told people that and they were so surprised that like what do you mean it's a drug? How does a drug heal addiction? Because it's
Because
not
they
a
think every drug is the same. They think,
no, yeah, they think all drugs are bad. All drugs are made to destroy people's lives, and you know some drugs are made to help people's lives and to do a couple times and then you never do it again because they feel healed from it, you know.
right. But based on the education we're getting, what we hear is cocaine and marijuana and heroin and LSD. It's all the same.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's
that's
all
kind of
the
like
same,
what a
right?
lot generally people that are naive to the subject will think that like they'll look at if you tell them you smoked a joint they in their head is like what you know
It's like you did a
and
line of
you
coke.
you tell them you did a line of coke they'll have the same exact reaction when it's a completely different experience in drug that
That's
like
right.
when one's good for you in a lot of ways it could be negative everything could be negative but one completely can kill you and destroy your life and can be addictive
Destroy,
and it can
destroy your
be
nose too.
destroys your nose people he's something that can lead to overdose
That's right. That's right.
it's
It's beautiful, man. All right. It's starting to rain out here, man.
starting to
It's
rain.
starting to rain. It's
It's
starting
pretty
to rain.
dark out here. It's almost midnight.
Can you see the watermark on the camera? You see that?
No,
All right.
not really. It's kind of blurry.
Yeah. All right. Is this a good wrap up point? What do you think, man?
I mean, I can go on for hours, but like,
We both could, but it's Pesach cleaning to do, and
yeah,
you know, push-ups to be done, books to be read, all that stuff.
there's a lot of things to do.
That's right.
More projects
All
come
right.
in. You know what I'm saying? Go. I live with vibes.
That's right.
Just things coming over there.
That's right.
Just wait.
That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, keep riding that wave. Stay on that wave. Don't get sucked under. Keep afloat. Keep that
Keep
positive
enjoying the
attitude.
wave. Keep the positive vibes. You know,
That's right.
struggle's real, but you gotta keep it positive. Keep it real.
That's right. Stay healthy. Move a little bit. Open a
Yeah.
book. Call a friend. Do what you gotta do. Do what you
Do what you gotta do to enjoy the wave. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, baby. All right.
All right, keep riding the wave. Stay tuned for more episodes. Shit's gonna be live. It's gonna be popping. Trust me. So let's keep going. Let's keep riding. All right, peace. I love you.